Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to learn transport in plants. So before starting this chapter, we have to understand few points. First is vascular system. What is vascular system? So plants are having a well-developed system of tissues in their roots, their stems, their petioles of leaves, specialized for the transportation of water, mineral and food. This well-developed system is called vascular system. It is composed of xylem, we already know that, and another one is phloem. Xylem and phloem. So here are a few points about xylem. That is, it consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. It is composed of thick-walled, tubular and often dead cells. And it helps to transport water and minerals upward from the roots. Now next point is phloem. It consists of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. It is composed of living tubular cells. It helps to transport glucose to the all parts of the body from the leaves. Now we have understood what is the function of xylem and what is the function of phloem. Xylem helps to transport the water and minerals upwards from the roots. But in which way it is transporting the water and minerals to the upwards? It is osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from a weaker solution to a stronger solution through a semi-permeable membrane called epidermis. Here you can see I have drawn a picture, that is, it is the root here and this is our epidermis. So so now we are going to learn what is ascent of sap. So root hair cells absorb the water from the soil. The water is transported to the various parts of the plants, but the fluid that moves upward is not pure water. It is a solution of mineral ions absorbed from the soil and hence it is called ascent of sap. So here is a diagram of a passage of water molecules from the soil into the root hair cells to xylem tissue by cell to cell osmosis. So the root hair are in a close contact with the water surroundings in a soil particles. This water has dissolved mineral in it. So the water goes or reaches to the xylem through epidermis, cortex, then up to xylem. Now, what is root pressure? It is a pressure developed in the root due to the continuous inflow of the water, which helps in pushing the plant's sap upwards. Due to this pressure, water enters the xylem vessels and passes through the cortex cells of the root by the cell osmosis. Thus, root pressure is very much important because it helps in transportations of water and minerals to the xylem. Now, what is translocation? Translocation means the transportation of the food from the leaves to the various parts of the body. It is called translocation. Translocation of food occurs mainly through the sieve tube of the phloem. We have already learned the sieve tube. It is mainly occurs through the sieve tubes of a the network of the phloem cells forms a continuous passage from the root tips to the stem tips through which the dissolved food substance move freely. Now, what is transpiration? Transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant. So, there are factors which are affecting the transpiration. Those are sunlight, temperature, wind, humidity. And how does sunlight is affecting this transpiration? During daytime, the rate of the transpiration is faster. This is because the stomata remains open to allow the inward diffusion of the carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. But what happens in the dark time, the stomata are closed and hence the transpiration hardly occurs at night. Next one is temperature. High temperature favors transpiration whereas the low temperature does not. Next is wind. Transpiration is more when the wind is blowing so fast. So the wind also affecting the transpiration. Next is humidity. Lesser transpiration occurs if the air is humid. So humidity is also helping or affecting the transpiration process. Next, there is importance of the transpiration. Why transpiration is important? First one is cooling effect. In transpiration, water gets evaporated from the plant. We already know that water gets evaporated from the plant. The heat required for the evaporation is obtained from the plant itself. The plant is able to cool itself when it is hot outside. Next is use of water in plants. Why plants do need water? First one is for transpiration. We already know water in the plant body transports substance in solution from one part to another part. Another one is food production. For production of food, plant needs water. Another one is cooling. Water produces cooling effects by the process of evaporation.